After nearly 2 decades of service to this nation during a time of foreign conflict, I've laughed, cried, sweat, learned, loved, and lost. I've shot and been shot at, been blown up and injured. I've lost friends, allies, relationships, and most of that innocence that I had when I was just a kid and joined. Many did much more than I, and there were some absolute heroes out there. Today, I'm not talking about all of them. I'm just talking about me. Me, I internalized shame, guilt, and sorrow for many years until it grew into hypervigilance, rage, and depression. The alleged elite soldier with no identity by the end, the warrior without a war. I sought chaos and destruction in my life to fill the void, behaving impulsively, abusing substance, and destroying what last bit of self-esteem that I had. Others were much better than that. They maintained healthy living habits and relationships. I'm not talking about them, just talking about me. I was somehow both lonely and scared to let people into my circle of trust for decades. I just knew that it would only end in pain, betrayal, or controversy. I prevented myself from having healthy relationships and even perpetuated the very pain and betrayal that I was attempting to avoid. I preferred, fight and defend over love and trust. Many have wonderful families, children, and relationships. They have a voice and an audience. They don't need my assistance, and today I'm not talking about them, just talking about me. At my lowest point, I mustered up only enough strength to admit that I was not strong. And in fact, I needed help. I knew trauma was at the root of my problem, but did not know which needed to be addressed first, the physical pain I was in or the mental and emotional trauma that I had built up for so long. I received a great deal of support from friends, family, even my command. I was drinking far too much, far too frequently, and that seemed to be at the front of the line in regards to what would be treated first. I may have not been addicted to substance, but I was well on my way. Some people enjoy alcohol and other stimulants responsibly and have fun with them. I'm not talking about them. I'm just talking about me. After a few weeks in rehab, every nurse, therapist, doctor, and manager in the facility seemed to agree that for me to get better, I would need elaborate trauma therapy as well, not just sobriety. I endured a long, arduous lockdown trauma therapy program after rehab that was brutal, to be honest. I considered quitting every day. I seemed to just get weaker and weaker each and every day. I resisted the urge to quit. I continued to crawl back into the arena each day, and somehow, miraculously, I began to break through and get stronger again. By the time I left that facility, it was stronger than I had been in many years, if not ever. Many are strong on their own and don't need something like that, while some remain too proud or delusional to accept it. I'm not talking about any of them. I'm just talking about me. Perhaps you are someone who does need help, and maybe you even know that deep down inside, you can't seem to win that internal debate. This is temporary. You're not one of those people. What will your family think? Your friends, your colleagues? What if it ruins your career? Your friends, family, and colleagues may even be the voices saying those things or perpetuating them. I don't know. Maybe they are right. I'm not really talking about them. They can talk about me. I'm not necessarily talking to you, but you can talk to me. I don't know if you need help. Only you do. But you can talk to me. If you need it right now, will you please talk to me?